Hello everyone, and I am back again to show you how to use the ProMovie app. And just so you know, there is the ProMovie Recorder, which is free, and then there's the ProMovie Recorder Plus, which is only $2.99. And I did pay the $2.99, and what you're going to see is the $2.99. So if we go into this, you can see that it's rated at 4.7. And if we go for more, you can see that it can shoot up to 4K at 60 frames per second. And you can read about, it's got both HEVC, which is H.265 and H.264. And if we go down for more information here, you can see that you can do photos and videos with it, and that it's only $2.99, which is not a bad price at all. And you need ISO 13 or higher. So and it works for both iPhone and iPad. So and the Apple Watch apparently is the ISO 5.0. I don't know how you're going to record video with an iWatch, but there you have it. And the other one was ISO 14 or higher. So this is pretty good. Whoops. I got lots of apps, so I was trying to put them. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. There we go. Okay, so if we click on, now the ProMovie is a little bit simpler. As you can see, it looks a little simpler, but you can see that you have your time code there. You have 60 hours and 50 minutes to record. I have 16 gigs of storage, or 167 gigs of storage space. My battery's 70% full, so that's kind of nice. The settings are over here on the left this time, and it lets us, click on our camera, and if you can do wide, ultra wide, dual wide, depending on your camera. I have a i14, so I have two cameras on there. So the best I can do is a dual wide, which is kind of cool. And if we go, and I clicked on, just so that you know, I clicked on the 720p over here, and it tells us 16:9, that's the aspect ratio we want. Resolution is 1280 by 720, which is what we want. That's 720p. So what they do is they take the last number and they put it here. So 1080p is 1920 by 1080. 1440p is, I think, 1920 by 1440, but I'm not sure about that one. Then you have 3K and 4K. I would probably shoot in 720p. I would definitely shoot in 720p. There's not much difference between 1080p and 720p, but 720p works with 4K. And our frame rate, we definitely want to be 30. And then the standard quality, and it's going to be shooting HEVC. It does not shoot Apple ProRes on this. So we want to do standard. If you want higher quality, then you're going to go up. And remember, the higher the quality, the more hard drive space it takes up. And then you just hit the check mark, and then you can hit the mic, and we can do linear PCM. And we can do 48 kilohertz. And we'd have to hook up a Bluetooth mic to this. Now again, it's going to take up a lot of hard drive space, but if you're interviewing somebody, I would definitely, do the linear PCM. If you don't have a lot, now I have 256 gigabytes on my phone. If you don't have that much hard drive space, then you definitely want to do the AAC. But you still want to do 48 kilohertz. And then we should be able to do, oh, I see, the audio gain, sample rate, and audio format. And so we check it. And then down here, we can adjust our shutter speed, and we want it at 60. My ISO is 75. Oops, I recorded. And I really want my ISO to be 100. I don't know why I'm having trouble getting to 100 today. But it goes all the way up to 3264. I've really never used an ISO that high ever in my life. Alright, I was trying for 400. I suppose it doesn't really matter digitally. It is saying, oops, I'm recording again. Stop that. Okay. Okay, let's see. The recorded video has been saved to the Photos app. Okay. And then you can just hit the play to actually view it. And then we have our white balance, and you can see that it's on auto white balance, or you can do manual. I'd be careful of these presets. All these other things are presets, and I'd be careful of that. And again, it's the same thing. There's blue, and it goes up to yellow. And again, if you're not comfortable, you can always stay with the auto. And then your focus, so when you click on the focus, and I'll zoom in, should be able to, oops, something looks locked. There we go. My lock was, so you can move this around, which is kind of cool. My exposure is locked. I don't want my exposure locked either. So if I go back to my focus, I should be able to zoom in. Having a little trouble zooming. Let's try this. There we go. There's a zoom dial over here. Thought I could pinch it, but maybe, whoops. I thought I could pinch it, but maybe I can't. So I clicked on the zoom, and I'm zooming in, and I go to my focus. I want my focus to be on that. And then you can see it getting in focus, and then my ISO is changing because I think it's on automatic. And we can unlock our exposure, and we can adjust our exposure accordingly. And you can see the black getting brighter and darker. And that's one reason why I wanted to have something black in the picture so you can see it. But again, everything has is auto as well as manual, and this is a little bit simpler. And you can see up here these dotted lines is my audio, and really what we want our audio to do is be in this orange area here. Oops, you can't see my fingers in the way. Is this orange area up here at the top. And I don't have a mic attached to it, and I'm afraid of talking too loud because I don't want, so it's this orange bar. We really want to be at the white to the orange. We don't want to be up here because that's overmodulated. So we want to be right in that area. And you can see my audio is all the way down here, but I don't have a mic attached to my phone. But I will show that in another video, how to attach a microphone and get the levels right. But this is a much simpler app. And again, you can get the free version of this. And with the, whoops, pardon me. With the free version, I want to go back here. With the free version of this, you will be able to record in 720p without any problem. 4K you need to pay for, and you still can have all the manual controls of your exposure, your shutter speed, ISO, focus, and white balance, and you can do 30 frames per second. There will be a watermark on it. So the ProMovie recorder will have a watermark on it. So if you want the watermark removed, then you pay $2.99. But I thought that that is not a bad price at all for it. There are some that go up to $20, $30, $50. You don't need that. These apps work terrifically. So this one is a little bit more advanced. It's free. This one is a little bit simplified. The ProMovie is a little more simplified. Blackmagic is a little bit more complex. But for $2.99, I thought that that was a really good price. So I will be doing videos on getting more in depth on white balance, exposure, focus, setting up a shot, using the Movo kit, and also how to edit with iMovie and Adobe Rush. So stay tuned.